Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Season 1 of Showtime's Yellowjackets. And this horror mystery thriller focuses on a group of young women who are on a high school soccer team whose plane crashes in the wilderness, and they turn to all kinds of measures to make sure that they can get out of this alive. But in the present time, we see 4 of the survivors, played by Melanie Lynskey, Tawny Cypress, Juliette Lewis, and Christina Ricci, as they deal with one of the other survivors winding up dead, and these symbols from their time in the wilderness popping up, and somebody seems to be blackmailing them to figure out what the hell happened. And this is one of the craziest shows I've watched in a long time. They have something on their hands over at Showtime with this. And focusing on the flashbacks when they're dealing with this, it's thrilling, it's insane, with dealing with the plane crashing, people having to get limbs amputated by one of the young women, who that character winds up growing up into Christina Ricci's character, and all of the young people dynamics of, I love this person, but I love this person, and all of those kinds of interactions going on in that teenage drama, while also these characters trying to get the hell out of here, dealing with extremely dangerous things like bears and wolves, and something potentially even darker and more sinister at work here, especially when by the end of this first season, some of these girls are getting a little culty. And then we skip to the present day, and all their lives are not great. And each of these actresses that are playing these roles as adults, not that the teenagers didn't do a great job, they really did too, but these actresses kill it. Melanie Lynskey, who I heard about getting a lot of attention, she's in a kind of a loveless marriage at this point, married to the man who was in love with her best friend, who seems to not have made it out okay, and from this ordeal in the wilderness, and she winds up seeing this other man, and they're getting blackmailed. Tawny Cypress Tysa, who's struggling with her wife and her son as she's in this political campaign, but she's starting to get blackmailed. Juliette Lewis is, from even when she was the teenage version, the wild card of the group, and Juliette Lewis plays that absolutely perfectly. And then you have Christina Ricci's Misty, who's a bit unhinged. There's always something a little bit more sinister going on than you might realize, and it's pretty unnerving seeing what Christina Ricci does in this show. But there's so much mystery, and how these writers are able to peel back the layers here as we go episode to episode to really get a sense of, and by the last 15 minutes of this season, the rug gets completely ripped out from under you, and you're just like, what is going on here? And I'm glad I only have to wait little less than 3 months until I can finally watch this, because it does come out again season 2 in March 2023. But this is a shocking, brutal, scary, unnerving, and emotional thrill ride from start to finish that I was glued, just burning through these episodes, all 10-hour-long episodes, and I am so intrigued to see where this show takes us. And that's one of the most fascinating things. It's accomplishing having a prequel subplot of them in the past that is so interesting and intriguing. We don't know how this all shakes out. The only real thing is we know the fates of some of these characters. But as it's starting to really link with the present time, there's some other messed up things going on that you can only just sit there anxiously awaiting to see what happens next. So I'm looking forward to it, and we'll have to see how second season goes. But those are my thoughts on Season 1 of Yellowjackets. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.